Thoughts about the New York Knicks and whether or not they should match this offer for Jeremy Lin?
I think they should. I mean, I think they're making a huge mistake right here.
Yes.
I mean, first of all, you got to talk about the only thing that intrigues a franchise, intrigues a fan base more than production is potential. And you talk about a 23-year-old point guard who went out there last year in limited time, really changed the landscape and expectations of this franchise going forward. Now let him finish the deal. There's a problem when you talk about a 39-year-old Jason Kidd who made a kiddie decision this weekend. We'll leave that to the side. Or Raymond Felton, a guy who was expendable last year, and now you're going to come back to that rerun. Is that going to change your expectations going forward? Is that going to change the outcome against the Miami Heat team in the Eastern Conference? I don't think so.
If Jeremy Lin gets an NBA contract, I don't think that he will succeed. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's 6, and if you're on this account, you most likely like basketball. And if you like basketball, then you'll most likely like me. If you don't like basketball, or if you want to understand more about basketball, hit that like and subscribe button so I can show you my understanding of the greatest sport of all time. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Before I get hate, I have to get it out there that I am a Jeremy Lin fan. Being an Asian American in the United States, we usually don't have anyone to look up to when it comes to NBA basketball. So seeing an Asian player get the recognition that Lin was getting during Linsanity was awesome for a kid who was just getting into basketball. I am heartbroken at the fact that the NBA did him so wrong, but at the same time, if he tries to rejoin the NBA or any of his teams, I just don't see it going well for him, even though that is hard for me to say. First, I want to talk about how Lin in the G League seems to be having some crazy statistics. Now, Jeremy does have an amazing bag in Arsenal. However, the competition in the G League is just not good. They are mainly rookies looking for experience before joining real teams, while there are some exceptions. Jeremy is one of these examples. Jeremy Lin is 32 years old. For context, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, two players that are talked about more for being older than their prime than being in their prime, are both the same age as Jeremy Lin, whereas there are players in their primes, such as Kyrie Irving and Damian Lillard, that are younger than him. Of course, there are great players that are older than him, such as Steph Curry, Chris Paul, and LeBron James, but at the same time, Jeremy Lin is not at all on the same level as these three players. Now, if I can find the statistic, I'll put it up on screen, but basically it said that Jeremy Lin was the only player out of the 10 highest scoring players in the G League to be signed. This does make me mad because there are players in the G League that are bad that got signed, such as Nico Mannion. No hate to Nico, but he is no help at all to Steph Curry and the Warriors, and honestly, I feel like Jeremy Lin would have been a better pickup. However, this is not the point of this video. This video is talking about his flaws. Basically, Jay Lin is older than these guys, and for example, Nico Mannion is a rookie. Now before I continue, I was doing some research for this video, and out of the top 10 players, point-wise in the G League right now, Jeremy Lin is averaging the second best efficiency, the second best three-point efficiency, which are different, and the third best free throw efficiency. Another thing I found out through research was that Jeremy Lin in China carried his team. He led his teammates in points average, total points, and per 36 minutes. Basically what per 36 minutes is it takes the total amount of points you score and just rounds it to how many points you would score if you played 36 minutes a game. Although this video was meant to show that Jeremy Lin would not fit into any team's roster, I think he could maybe be a good pickup, but as you'll see later on in this video, I'm still unsure about that, and honestly, I'm leaning towards he would not be a good pickup. Now, according to everything you just heard, you could be saying, 6, if Jeremy Lin is so good in the G League and in China, why would you hesitate on taking him out and signing him to your roster if you were the GM? Well, the answer is simple, and I'm going to answer this as an analyst rather than a fan. What I mean by this is I don't want to say this, but I have to. Jeremy Lin is injury prone, old, and plays against horrible competition for his supposed quote-unquote skill level, end quote. Look at this. Out of his China team, the Beijing Ducks, how many of these players have actual in-game NBA experience other than Jeremy Lin? Better yet, how many of them have you ever heard of? This is my point. Most of you guys watching this video play basketball, right? So here's an example for my fellow hoopers if you might be confused. Imagine going to an AAU tournament full of the best players in the country like Bronny and Mikey. This is some serious competition, right? And you have to guard them, the best players in the world at that age level. Then imagine coming home and going to hoop with the kids in your neighborhood that sit in their house and play video games all day. Now that's a serious drop in the competition level. And this is just what I mean. This is not to take away from the G League or China players, but to even put them in the same conversation as anyone in the NBA is just an unrealistic comparison. Now I love Jeremy Lin, and his stats are proving that he could possibly be a good pickup for any NBA team, but at the same time, I feel like they are inflated due to the fact that his last stats in the NBA were not good at all. On the Toronto Raptors, during their championship season, he averaged 7 points on 37% shooting and 20% from the three-point line, which again is different. If you don't know, that is horrendous. During that season, the league averages are 46% shooting and 35% shooting from the three. Compared to his 37% shooting and 20% from the three, this is a serious difference, especially compared to his G League and China years as well. I love Jeremy Lin as a player a lot, but history does not lie, and he's only gotten older. I don't think he can make a serious impact to any team really. Maybe a small market team or a bad team, but at the same time, I don't see this doing anything to his career. I don't know, I'm conflicted on my opinion about Jeremy Lin, because he has shown he can be a great player, but he has also shown that he can't. Now, I just wanted to say one more time, I'm a big Jeremy Lin fan. Being an Asian American in America, there's not many Asian American players you can look up to, and I obviously was not around to watch basketball during Yao Ming's prime, so I know about Yao Ming. I love him for being an Asian in the NBA, but personally I got Jeremy Lin over Yao Ming because I just have that connection with him, man. He was an Asian American just like me, growing up in America. I don't know. I love Jeremy Lin. This is not meant to be a hate video about Jeremy Lin's character. It's just why I don't think he would be a great pickup in the NBA. I just wanted to say this. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, you are not obligated to do anything. I would understand if you're mad at this video. Hit that subscribe button if you want. It's been real for now. 6 out.